There's somewhere I've been wanting to go for a couple of years now, and various things have meant I haven't been able to, but this year we got to go. Let's go to Stationery Fest UK. Hello, hi, I'm Melanie. I'm a Scottish artist and illustrator here on the Tinternets, and I make vlogs about my life as a full-time artist and running my small handmade stationery business. Today though, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to Stationery Fest UK. It's a summer I've been wanting to go for a good few years now, and unfortunately haven't been able to. It is also somewhere that I have been dying to trade at with my small business. This year was the first year I felt like I had enough to apply, and unfortunately I didn't get in, but I decided to go anyway as an attendee. The date still allowed me to go. Yay! So for those of you who have never heard of it before, Stationery Fest UK is a big convention, exhibition, event. So Stationery Fest is an event that happens every single year based on stationery, and all the vendors their primary focus is stationery and are illustrated on stationery. Think of notebooks, planners, journals, sticker sheets, stickers, pencil cases, journal bag, everything. Anything and everything to do with stationery, all these vendors have it, and it is at this event. It's basically where I need to live. This year and last year has been hosted at The Edge in Wigan. I believe previously to that it was held in Manchester. Or this year was the first year they ran it across 2 different days as well, so both a Friday and a Saturday. It was over 100 different vendors across the 2 days. Friday was kind of like an evening and Saturday was all day. I did originally have tickets to both days, however, due to various different circumstances, the plans for me going to this event changed about 10 different times. So I wasn't unfortunately able to attend on the Friday, and it turned into a bit of an interesting one-day round trip on the Saturday. So let's see how that went. Roll the tape. The sun has disappeared. Oh, dog treat. So today we are off to Stationery Festival in Wigan. It is about 9 o'clock tonight and we're gonna get the train. Yay! We have made it to Wigan. It is colder than expected and very windy and very grey, but the glasses are still glassing. So we've got about a 15-minute walk to the edge. Let's just hope it doesn't rain. It looks like something over there. So after leaving Glasgow at about 9:30, I got to the venue at about 12:30, and oh my god, it was so busy. I think it was open from 10 o'clock. You were given a little leaflet when you came in with a list of vendors and maps and where everything was, but I didn't see the map until the end. The way I was handed it, the map was all the way in the back, so I just assumed it was all a big list of vendors. I didn't even think to look, and I ended up missing a whole section of the market. Looking around everyone's stalls, they all looked incredible, absolutely amazing. Everyone had gone all out. Everyone's art was gorgeous and stunning. People had made absolutely amazing things. I definitely took a lot of internal and a few in my phone about notes about how people had their stalls set up, prices, what kind of products people were making, how they were packaging them. For me, this event was perfect because I love stationery, so I had an absolute blast. So it was great just to really get in there, and it was proper market and competitor analysis research the entire time I was there, which I'm sure if you don't run a small stationery business, you can chill and relax a bit more, whereas my brain was going 12 million miles an hour the whole day. I am not convinced this is a good venue for this event. That may be controversial. When you first come in, you're immediately into a corridor and they've got stalls up either side. You've got people trying to get in and out. You've got people trying to get to the stalls. It was so crowded. Then when you got to the end of the corridor, you could go off to the right and there was the big exhibition hall where so many more exhibitors were, and this was also so crushed. I don't know if it's the way the stalls are laid out. Every single aisle was just jam-packed. You had people trying to come in and out, you had people trying to get in stalls. The way I've been describing it to everyone is sardines. You were just sardines. Now, there were good things about the event hall. The event hall was nice and big. There was obviously space for lots of vendors. They had a cute wee cafe down the corner, which I didn't actually find till the very end, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know how well that cafe did because there wasn't really any place to like stand and have a coffee, and it was because there was so many people, it was so loud you could barely talk to anyone. And on top of that, they had music. Now, I will say the tunes, absolutely banging. Music choice, incredible. And for someone like me who was there by myself, it was nice to have as a background for a little bit more noise. However, if I'd been there with people, I feel like it would have been really hard to talk to people or stand and relax and have a chat by this coffee cart, which is a shame because the guys looked like they had some good stuff. In the end, I just stole some of their water and that was it, because that was another point. This hall was roasting. Oh my god. Sweating buckets. I felt so bad for the vendors that were there all day. And again, when you've got that many people in the room, it being roasting, it's not gonna help. Thankfully not that warm outside that day, but if it had been any warmer, it would not have been great. So that was the kind of space you were given. You had the corridor, you had the event hall. Now, and that is, unfortunately, that is all I can comment on because I did not realise there was a whole other section to the event until I got back on the train. When you got to the end of the corridor, last stall here, and then there was a sign that just said toilets that way. So after failing miserably to describe what I meant, I was able to find this screenshot in the video by My Green Cow, so thank you very much for uploading your video. So now you guys get to see exactly what I meant. So off to the right here was the large stall area, and then you can see there's a couple of stalls just past it, and then there's just a sign that says toilets this way. Me being me, not wanting to seem like a weirdo, didn't look down the corridor because I didn't want to just stare into the toilets. And because I hadn't looked at the map, there was so much more down that corridor. There was a lot more rooms which were actually more geared towards the VIP area, which I didn't have a ticket for, so unfortunately I can't comment on. But there was more VIP areas down this hall, and there was actually a whole other market area that looked like it may have had more tables as well to sit in. The workshop rooms, I'd completely forgotten there was workshops. And again, because I didn't see any spaces or any signs for workshops, I forgot they were on. So I missed the workshops, and then I missed the market hall, which underneath has meetups. I don't know what meetups were there, but maybe this was where you could chat with more people or things. I am not sure. I did think it was a shame that I missed this whole area, especially the market hall. And if there were other people like me that just missed turning down that corridor, I feel kind of bad for them. Potentially that market hall was more chill, was more quiet, which would have been nice as an attendee. But as a stall holder, I can imagine that would have been a bit more rubbish. If you were like me and missed everything. I can't guarantee that. Anyway, that's my one big thing of why I don't think this venue is very well suited. The corridor, very cramped. The auditorium, way too hot. And this whole section, easily missed for a newbie who's not familiar with the venue. To summarise. Now, that's not to say the event was rubbish. The event was fantastic. I did get a chance to chat to some vendors, which was really nice. I was very fortunate to catch a lovely artist that I follow over there and grab one of their art books, Alice Illustrate. There was a few people's vlogs who on YouTube who I watch who I got to see their stuff in real life, which is really nice. I try and watch a lot of other small business vlogs on YouTube. One, I find them really relaxing to have on in the background, and two, it's great to give me inspiration ideas for my business. A lot of these guys are further down the road than me, so it's good for my mental health to watch people who are succeeding at what I'm doing. And be like, yeah, that will be me one day. Yeah, I think that was one thing that got me about the day, was you just got to be so hands-on with everyone's products, which was nice. I don't get a chance to see a lot of stuff in person. Big shout out to all the vendors. You guys did amazing. Your stuff all looked incredible. Shout out to the organisers of the event. You have organised an absolutely fantastic event. I just think the venue struggles. That's the big... It's a fantastic event. It's a great idea. Everyone's so nice. The vendors are amazing. One last thought. Oh, two more thoughts actually. I should have written these down. I think increasing the event to 2 days is a fantastic idea. It allows more people to go. They can choose what dates they can go. However, having exclusive vendors on the Friday and the Saturday, I feel like goes against that idea. If you're wanting to not let the event get so crushed and so busy and so chaotic, having it across 2 days is fantastic. Having exclusive vendors on both of those days kind of makes people want to go to both. I almost went to both because I wanted to see all the vendors and I wanted to see everybody, which I think then defeats the purpose of having 2 days to allow more people to go and for it to be less crushed. And again, I don't know if this is maybe just if it's a venue issue, if it's selling too many tickets, I'm not sure. It definitely just felt like the balance wasn't quite right there. I had a thought and I forgot what the thought was and I should have written it down. The stamp rally. So the stamp rally, this was something really unique to the event, which I kind of loved. Almost every stall, yeah, you can see on the list here, if you're on the stamp rally, you can see there's so many Ys of everyone in the stamp rally. Again, another downside to the Friday, Saturday, it meant if you wanted to get everyone, you had to go both days because some people that were on unique days had stamps. Anyway, stamp rally, such a great idea. I love it. It's such a great way to interact with an event, which means everyone get around. So what normally happens is you go around to different artist stalls or different vendor stalls, and if you make a purchase, you get a stamp. And then normally when you collect all the stamps from, say, 4 to 10 vendors, you get an additional little prize. It's having a bit of fun, trying to encourage people to check out their stall. It's a nice way to build a bit of community among artists, a bit of community with the con attendees. The Stamp Rally Stationery Fest was a bit different in the sense of it was run by the event, not by the individual artist, and it was a completely free activity. Now it was so fun. It meant you didn't have to purchase loads of little things from everybody to get your stamps, and meant that you did kind of want to go around every stall to see if anyone had a stamp. So pros, great activity to do, especially if you don't have a lot of money to spend at the event. It's a nice way to make you feel more involved and more inclusive, and as I said, to encourage attendees to go around all the stalls and check everyone out. Very fun. The cons of the stamp rally, however, I felt like there was a few people who were just running around the event trying to collect all the stamps as fast as possible. Depending on where some vendors had put their stamps, it meant it was very hard to get to their table. Some put it at the end of the table so you could just kind of go, oh, and then run away if other people were making sales or chatting to the stall holder or artist. I felt like that was maybe the best way. Yes, you maybe didn't interact with the table, but there were some people who put their stamp right in front of where they were selling. So it meant you kind of, if you weren't buying anything from them, oh, I'm getting a delivery. Just as some deliveries, we'll save these for the vlog. So say you weren't buying something, but you wanted the stamp, you kind of had to awkwardly shimmy to right in front of the stall holder and just be like, bye. I did not enjoy that. Did not enjoy that part. There was a few people I missed out on because I was like, do you know what? Nope, I'm not going to stand in front of their face and not buy anything and stamp my journal. That made me uncomfortable.
I should say, I did say hi to everyone. I did smile. I was polite. I didn't just walk up to someone, stare at them, stamp and run away. I was nice and polite, but it felt like I'd just run up, stared at them, stamped and ran away.
And it also meant that if you were purchasing from someone and they had their stamps in front of them on their table, you were standing in front of that to chat to them, you were making your purchase, you were being like, oh, I'll have this, or maybe they were grabbing something from the back from you. If someone wanted to enter the stamp, there were some people who kind of were like, excuse me, and like shoved in and kind of stamped their journal while I was standing there doing the transaction. Yeah, but the stamp rally being free made for some interesting experiences, both with other attendees and with some of the vendors. I think it's a really fun idea. I like the fact that it's free. You can feel like you're taking part and getting involved. Gives you something more to do than just shop. However, I think it still needs a wee bit of logistical tweaking so that you don't end up with kind of awkward interactions with both vendors and other attendees. And especially when it was so busy, sometimes you felt like you were just waiting in a queue just to get to the stamp for then people to walk away again. It might have just been me. It might have only been me that found it awkward, but I did, so I'm gonna tell you guys. So I think that was all of my main thoughts from the day. Overall, I had a great day. The fact I was able to do it in one day as well was quite good. Wigan being on the Glasgow-London line was absolutely perfect for me. On the way home, it took a wee bit longer. We had some train cancellations, delays, but that's not the event's fault. Overall, I had a great day out. I had so much fun. It's a great day out whether you're going by yourself, with friends. I know you're going to have a good time. I would love to go back. I'm going to go back next year. Despite all the things I've just said and despite the list of issues I had, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back next year. Fingers crossed as a vendor, but if not as a vendor, I'll definitely be heading back as an attendee, all life situations willing. So I think the last thing then is just to go on to the haul. Let me show you guys what we got. So I went in with a budget of about £75 in my head. I think in the end I only spent about 60, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad for me. So I came prepared with a Stationery Fest journal with some self-promo in the back. And I had a bunch of mini mails in the middle that I could share with people. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I'm still going to use these. These aren't going to go to waste. It's just a shame I didn't get a chance to use them at Stationery Fest. I also made the front cover with art that I cannot share on the internet yet. Thought the zine would be out by now, and it is not. I'll dive into the book and show you guys what we made, or what we got. I made this journal with a mixture of normal paper and sticker paper. Every one page is a normal book where you could put stamps, and then every second page is a sticker book where you could put stickers. On the train home, I consolidated all of my purchases into this book. In the end, I only used half, and I will definitely be using this for Stationery Fest 2027 next year, the second half. Did lots of stamp, but it was super fun just running through collecting everybody's stamps. Some people had really fun colors. Some people's were much bigger than others. Some people had two, which was really fun. Really fun colors. Some people had handmade theirs, which I thought was really impressive. Yeah, it was super good. There were some that were so cute. Like, look how fine this line is. It's so adorable. Absolutely amazing. It was just so fun. It was a great addition to the event. I found it very fun as an attendee. So many business cards. So let's go through the sticker haul. So first up, I purchased some stickers from, oh my god, I've forgotten their name. It was in the business cards. Laurel Made Art. I fell in love with their stuff. Absolutely adorable. So I got 2 big stickers. Whoop, whoop. And also sticker sheets, which I took off all the individual stickers and popped it on this little page here. Their stuff was so cute. I love this. I love this little guy. If you new fan, Laurel, they're right here. My next purchase was from Alice Illustrate. This one I think was the freebie for the event, and this one was the freebie that came with my purchase. Their little dragon book. Oh, I've been following Alice online for a while because their dragons are huge inspiration for me. They have such a gorgeous style. It's beautifully composed. Their color choices are immaculate. They have fantastic, they add textures in just the right places, which I struggle with. It's like their stuff's just beautiful. And this is a little book with all their dragons in it. And I'm so glad I was able to pick this up. And it was very cute. We had a little moment. I was like, I love your dragons. They're so cute. I also love dragons, and showed her the cover of my book, which features the dragon illustration that I can't show you yet. And we both just kind of went, dragons! It was a very cute wee moment. I was very happy. It was very lovely to meet you, Alice, if for whatever reason you see this. Next purchase was from a couple of stalls that I don't have the name of anymore. This one I picked up for just £1 from their B grade bucket. It was Journal Full of Dreams, and it's so sparkly and so pretty. This was another cute one I picked up saying girls will be girls. Very cute. Very adorable. So this, the Sparkle Journal Full of Dreams, is from Paper Cat Club. Very cute. I'm gonna write this in here. Paper Cat Club, their art was also adorable. Their stuff was so cute, and I picked that one because I felt like I'd already spent quite a lot of money, but their stuff was so sweet. I will definitely be checking more of them out in the future. Let's see if I can find Girls Will Be Girls. No, I can't find the Girls Will Be Girls one, which is a shame because it's very cute. Anyone recognizes it, please let me know. I would love to be able to write in here where it came from. Next on the list, we have this little page, which was, I don't have where the frogs came from either. First of all, we got this little, from the Journal Club, this little seashell sheet. Now this was part of, a lot of people had these mystery sticker sheet vending machine, and they came out in little cards, and that was actually the same machine that I got these little guys from, which was very cool. They were both only like £1, I think. This was one of 6 designs I think you can get from the machine. I don't know how many of these, but I love this. They called this a little Froggy Fortune. Yeah, Froggy Fortunes. So freaking cute. I got Bloom Where You Are Planted, and it came with a little sticker, and I love that. I think that's such a lovely idea. Okay, I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes trying to find out who makes Froggy Fortunes, and I can't find them, unfortunately. If anyone recognizes these little guys, please, please, please let me know. And last but not least, we have this little guy in the corner. A dragon. Who would have thought? So freaking cute. It's so unlike me to pick up a dragon. Now he came with a little sticker on his back, which I've stuck underneath, and he was from Wisporia.com. Okay, next was, I stuck this whole sticker sheet in here. This was from Judaism Journal, and oh my god, I fell in love with this sheet. Holy moly, it's so freaking, I actually fell in love with their whole stall. Their whole stall was stunning. Their artwork is beautiful, but this one's so cute. Like there's a little bunny on the moon. But like I love this whole vibe. I love the colors, the loose sketchiness of it. Oh, I love it. And I'm gonna cut out all these little stars and use the stars as well. Cute. I can't wait to use this in my journal. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And we also picked up this, just in case you guys didn't know, I make YouTube videos. And I'm almost out of the little YouTube stickers that I use, so I picked up this sheet so I can use more in my journal. I love the color palette, so I was like, I'm just gonna grab this. I think it was £1, and it's just perfectly functional for what I need. And this was from Jelly Studio Designs. Thank you very much, Jelly Studio Designs. Worked out so well. And that is the last of the stickers that were in this book, so it means we have 2 more things that I picked up. This was from Dodolulu. Look how pretty their stuff, and it came in this cute little bag. Look how nice this bag is. I love this. They were doing, rather than buying a whole roll of a PET pet tape, you could buy a strip of it. I think it was £2 for this strip. Like, this is perfect. And it's got so many cute little illustrations. Their art style was stunning. And I thought having these pet strips was genius, because quite often I struggle to use a whole roll of it, basically making a sticker sheet on a roll. But it's so cute. I don't think it's individually cut, but I can cut around it. I love this idea. And last but not least, one moment, I already put something to use on my lanyard. So we got 2 things from the last stall of the day for me. Was Daily Designs, and it is this cute washi tape. I love it. It's got gold foil highlights, and it's so cute. But it's so cute, it's just some pencils, some flowers, and little gold squiggles and highlights like they're coming out the pencil. And it's so simple, but it's so effective, and it's so lovely. And they also were doing some pins. I'm not a big pin person, but I picked up this little one as well. So cute, just a little daffodil. I thought it was so sweet. They were only £4. And that was everything we got at Stationery Fest. Yeah. And that's the whole Stationery Fest haul. So I think that is us with this video. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this journey with me to Stationery Fest and enjoyed this bit of a different video for me. I normally do vlogs. This is an event review. I had fun going to the event. I had fun sharing my experiences with you. Now it is time for me to wrap this video up and get ready for my next event. We got a fair few coming up. It is going to be a hectic August and September, and I can't wait for you guys to join on my journey. And in the next video, we'll be sharing my experience of another event, but this time as a vendor at the Merchant City Festival here in Glasgow, show you behind the scenes, how it went, and then also show you the numbers, what sold well, what didn't sell well. Is this worth an event attending as an attendee? Is it a worth event attending as a vendor? Find out in 2 weeks' time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.